He showed us what to do, and he showed the man who to ask for healing. Wilt thou be made whole? Watch it. It's a sad response. He said, sir, I have no man when the water's troubled to put me in. Jesus, the one that I know throughout the entire region, they had already heard that he's healing bodies. You know that news like that travels around. You know that if somebody gets healed, somebody's going to tell about it. There's no doubt that in a camp of sick folks, they've heard that a man is healing bodies left and right. His name's Jesus. Now Jesus walks up to him and says, wilt thou be made whole? We're so entrenched, hear me, Faith Assembly, we're so entrenched on doing it our way. We're so entrenched in getting it done the way we think it ought to be done. Well, if it ain't done the way we did it in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s, all right. If it isn't done that way, then it's not the right way. You're talking about a man that walked up, spit on the ground, made mud and wiped it in a man's eyes, and then said, now go wash your eyes out. You're talking about Jesus. It's not our way. It's not your own entrenched way of getting it fixed. You've done it your way, and it's kept you laying in the same place you're laying for all these years. You've done it that way over and over and over. I simply ask you, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be healed? Do you want it to be right before God? I do. If you want it to be made right and healed and whole, he said, I've got nobody to put me in the water. And when I try to get over there, why are you laying over there in the shade? When the healer, the healing waters are at the pool. He wanted to be near enough that the potential was there, but yet far enough away that he could enjoy where he was. There's people in this house. You hear me. Hear me. Don't look anywhere. Listen to what I'm fixing to tell you. There's people in this house that get near enough the pool of Bethesda, their healing, their victory, their place of overcoming. They get near enough to it, yet far enough away they can enjoy their sin for just a little while. They can enjoy what's made them like this. Enjoyed. How did he enjoy it? He must have liked it enough he wouldn't get over near the pool. Or it wasn't bad enough that he wouldn't bear the sunlight that was beaming down on him. Can't you imagine that Middle Eastern summer? Can't you imagine that if there was any water to be found in that aquifer that was there? Can't you imagine that not only the human beings that laid there day and night, even the smell and the stench of the things that were around, flies everywhere. So people, it isn't bad enough to get out in there. How bad does it have to become for you to finally say, I'll bear it all, I'll go out in it, I'll get in the heat, I'll lay on the edge of that pool? How bad does it have to become for you to be made whole?